Salam, everyone. Hello. So, what I want to talk about today, are we born to worship? Something that I've realized over the last couple years of my life is understanding what is this inclination with everyone that someone worships something, whether people worship a god, whether people worship multiple gods, whether people worship idols, whether people have false prophets, whether people worship money even. Someone always and everyone innately has something they worship, whether it be believing in stones and crystals, whether it be believing in that the sun god Ra will do something to you today, or even if you look at history and how people used to do sun dances and rain dances for rain, right? Everyone in every culture and society always has something that they worship. And what does this mean for me personally as a Muslim when I realize this? That, wait a minute, we all have an inclination to worship. So if there's something I'm going to worship, I'm going to worship the creator, the person who created it all. But then what is a creator? And this again goes down this rabbit hole of what are you worshiping and why? I personally see that we all have this innate spirituality. And if you look at history, a great example of this is the pharaohs in Egypt. And this isn't just because I'm Egyptian, but again, the pharaohs of Egypt, and they would worship what? Themselves. They were the gods, right? They had all the wealth, the power, the resources. They told people what to do. So they saw themselves as gods. They built pyramids and then basically as big tombs for themselves. So again, even in a time way before organized religion at a time, people believed in themselves and believed in this sense of worshiping something or someone or anything. People have always also believed in something outside of the material world. Again, the spiritual realm, right? There's always something in the spiritual realm, and a lot of cultures and religions and people who are just spiritual believe in this as well. Something I've noticed that it means that a lot of people just tend to search for meaning. People search for purpose. Purpose is important to us. And as a human being, we always ask questions innately within ourselves. And we're always wondering, what's the reason? And worship always has something where you want to relate to something. You want to pray to something. You want to have a feeling of transcendence with a spiritual being. Again, there's that feeling, that communicative ability of talking to a creator or having that connection spiritually in the spiritual realm. We all kind of go through mystery, right? We all have this mysterious existence of what is life? Life is this big giant orb, but we just on this rock? What is the story of life? And why are we here? We are inclined as humans to want to believe in something. We aren't one-dimensional. We have belief systems. We have morals, values. We have a conscience. And again, as humans, we have this. So again, are we inclined to worship? I think yes. We're inclined to worship something. Because imagine if I wear something that's really uncomfortable. And I know it's uncomfortable, but I wear it because for the sake of fashion. Then that piece of clothing or that societal standard becomes my master. I'm not making a decision based on what I want. I'm making a decision about what society wants. So again, what am I worshiping? Am I worshiping fashion? Am I worshiping other people's praise? Again, it's this feeling of inclination to believe in something and to stand on something. And I believe that with us as humans, we have this innate ability to worship. Even with cultural and societal influences, even in Abrahamic religion, we believe that idol worship was something where they were told, hey, don't do idol worship. Be like your father and mother used to. Believe in God. Believe in one true God and the prophets, right? And multiple Abrahamic religions believe this as well. So there's a standard where they worshiped idols. But then they were told, don't worship idols. And even today, sometimes people worship these celebrities. So people have the inclination to worship in all realms of cultural and societal experiences. People also notice that with religion and with worship, there's a sense of psychological comfort that we get as humans. Oh, it's because these stones and crystals are protecting me. Oh, because God is protecting me. No matter what it is, there's a psychological comfort that comes from this experience. Worship can also bring lots of community. And again, naturally as humans, we're not meant to be alone. We enjoy community. Community is how we progress in our society. And that is why, again, another reason as to why worshiping just makes sense. And something that I want to leave you guys with that really made me think about this genuinely was the fact that when I was reading up about why are people successful? What happens when people succeed? What are the habits of highly successful people? And a lot of the times, wake up really early. Okay, what do you do when you wake up in the morning? Worship. What kind of worship? Oh, do you pray? Oh, that's cool. What else? And I looked at all these statistics and it was saying a lot of these millionaires and billionaires, first thing they do is they express gratitude when they wake up. So again, having that sense of gratitude, that worship for what you have, that pleasure, that acceptance, and that gratitude feeling, again, it relates a lot with historical religions and where they wake up and pray. Or even in the religion of Islam, you wake up and pray. So we have this inclination to worship, whether it be ourselves, whether it be God. There is this feeling that you wake up early and the first thing you do is you express gratitude. And in Islam, you do that. Worship can also be something where you seek guidance and protection. At the end, the inclination to worship is something that's happened throughout all of time. And again, us as humans go through this amazing human psychological spiritual experience. So at the end of the day, what do you worship? What becomes your God? What becomes your master? Think about this. The inclination to worship is something that all of us humans go through, and we do this for the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge. And this is why, again, there's so much complexity in the human experience. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please sure to like, because again, that's what helps me get further along on YouTube. I've loved the support from you guys. And again, I will be talking about these topics every week, every Friday. So please feel free to comment, share, subscribe. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.